Hey, it's Visor again. Welcome to episode 20 of Let's Play The Witcher 2. Last episode, we basically got into a bunch of fights. One of them was to save this guy's son so he would give us information about the square coins again, as well as telling us about Whistling Windy. There's sort of a second way to get the same information, though we got a lot more backstory by doing it. We also beat up Roche and got up pretty close to Ves. In this episode, though, we're going to finally go to Whistling Windy and take care of that. However, before we do that, there's a few other things I want to do. Remember, we still have the whole remove the curse thing, and one of the people we can talk to is the Visionary and the Relic Dealer. This guy on the right is the Relic Dealer, so let's talk to him real quick.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets and talismans, hallowed and highly valuable.
Yeah, that's probably not true. But let's talk about the footprints that we found at the execution site that we were at earlier. The two lost guys.
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are black from ash.
Shh. All right. What do you want to know?
So yeah, basically, he'd probably get into a lot of trouble if people learned that he was taking stuff from the execution site. Pretty sure Hensel, Deathmold, and Zivik probably wouldn't appreciate it. Still, let's ask him for more information.
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho, but an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
That doesn't really mean anything to us yet, but we will see more of that later on. Anyway.
I'm interested in objects that belong to the soldiers who perished in the battle 3 years ago. Not any old things. They have to be magically active. I know how to check.
That's not my speciality, Witcher. I deal in relics.
Alright. Now this thing, for some reason, repeats, I believe. Like,
do you remember the source?
Same as all.
We saw that already? I don't know why it does it twice. Whatever. But I wanted to show it to you guys, just so you guys would believe me.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th Company. I remember the commotion when that idiot Yahon killed her with a spear. If only I had that spear now.
So yeah, that spear is another thing we're looking for, and it's pretty important.
Do you remember the curse that Sabrina placed on the king?
When they set the stake on fire, she shouted something to the king. His face went red, but I couldn't hear very well. She probably foretold his syphilis. A gruesome death.
So it seems like this guy doesn't really care too much about the curse. He's just trying to make some money. You know, let's ask about that spear again, even though he already said he doesn't have it.
Where is Yahon's spear now?
I don't know. Besides which, it's none of your concern. I simply won't talk about that.
That's suspicious.
You know Yahon?
Never heard of him. Where'd you get the idea that I know him?
You just mentioned him. Alright, that's getting a little weird, but we'll leave for now.
So long.
Now, he's rather suspicious, but before we leave, there's another thing I want to do. This is the mission board in the town. Well, contract board, I guess. And there are a few contracts. There's the Rot Fiend contract. They're also known as necrophages. For some reason, they have 2 names. There's also the contract for the Grand Tournament that we already did. There's a contract from Deathmold about the square coins, which we'll take care of. And there's last thing about a dude who wants to cut your hair. It's not a big deal, but for some reason, it's on this board. But anyway, since we have these contracts now, we might as well go take care of this stuff. I mean, we are a Witcher after all. Killing monsters is sort of our thing, so let's go do that. Well, we will take care of Whistling Windy before all that, though. I said we would, and I think it's a good place to start. However, before we go directly to Whistling Windy, there's a few other things I want to do at the brothel camp. Basically, our inventory is currently full, so I need a place to sell stuff and dump stuff. In front of the camp, there's actually 2 people that'll help us do that. In particular, we're really interested in the whole accessing our storage thing, though for some reason in the original release, I don't think you can actually access storage through him, which made things harder.
I want to stock up on provisions.
Seek and ye shall find, as the prophet of the order would say.
He was a shepherd, had experience in seeking and finding.
You know the good book, that's worthy of praise.
Any discount on account of that?
No.
Now really, getting a discount is not that important. He doesn't sell anything worthwhile, but it's kind of funny, so...
The prophet Lebioda encourages the giving of discounts.
I don't recall that verse.
Oral tradition. And if your neighbor offers you a basket of apples for a ram, Say you shall take but half a basket, for 10 more neighbors will come, and 5 of them will offer you 2 baskets of apples for the ram so many covet.
An endless source of wisdom. Browse and choose.
So yeah, that's taken care of. Now, if we look at his stuff, he literally only has junk. There's no reason to buy anything from him. However, at least we can dump all our stuff here. Plus, I can sell my extra weapons, some extra armor, and I have too many crafting material. I think I have like 90 cloth and 115 pieces of twine. I'm not starting a clothing shop, so I don't need all that. I'll sell half of it, dump the rest into storage, and we'll be on our way. All right, that should do. Now, this guy was the second shopkeeper that I wanted to talk to.
Greetings.
Welcome an opportunity when it comes.
They say you run a traveling pawn shop. Heard you even have books.
No song, no supper.
Nobody mentioned you speak in proverbs.
A willful man must have his way.
Ah, you're doing this on a bet. How long do you have to go on like this?
Lost time is never again found.
Yeah, that doesn't actually mean anything to me. Let's talk to him for a little longer.
What happens if you lose the bet?
Crows do not pick crows' eyes.
Good luck anyway.
Fortune is easily found, but hard to keep.
I wish you persistence then. Can I see your goods? I'm mainly interested in those books.
Better to ask the way than to go astray.
We can also change our haircut here. I'm not really all that inclined. Oh look, the game glitched. Now I can only change my haircut. Fucking weird. It does that sometimes. The game is still kind of glitchy. Anyway, let's trade. Really only care about the books. Specifically... Well, I mean, most of these books, I don't think they're going to be used for any quests, but reading them gives you advantages. Like, last time we gained a few diagrams just by reading the books. Let's see, there should be something about a drog, which are different from droggers. I'm not really sure why. Slaves of the curse. Pretty sure it'd be good to know. Trolls. We might fight a few trolls, who knows. We don't need this thing about witchers, though. I'm pretty sure this is the book at the beginning that says witchers are monsters and crap. There's something about gargoyles. Good to know. There's also bruches, though. I don't know. It's kind of weird. The whole deal with Maverick, those should be bruches, but they didn't count as bruches for some reason. Anyway, that's all the books. There's no reason for you to watch this. I'm going to just read all the books, so give me a sec. All right, I'm well versed now. Anyway, let's talk to Whistling Windy.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, prim yourselves. How can I help you, handsome?
Well, you see, Geralt needs some girls.
I'm looking for a whore.
We've got plenty of those, you'll be glad to hear. But you'll need to show me your coin before you choose one. We all have our principles.
Well, let's show our special square coin.
Well, these are my girls. Choose, white-haired one.
Let's go with Whistling Windy. I kind of also want to see Licking Lucy just because that's such a stupid name. So, Whistling Windy it is.
I've heard good things about Whistling Wendy.
At your service, my prettiest girl, 'tis true. Fool soldiers gave her that stupid nickname. Tidy yourself, Wendy. Witcher on the way. Come on in.
Though before I talk to her, there's something else I want to do. Why the fuck is this guy in here?
The Ripper is afoot!
The fuck are you doing in here?
Greetings.
You fucking creepy bastard. No, what I wanted to do is drink some potions. We're going to definitely need them. Why can't I perform this here? There we go. That was kind of weird. I'm sure they'll let some guy sit in the tent, but no, if I break out some potions, they freak out. Whatever. Anyway, I want to drink... Well, I'll definitely need some sign damage, so Petrie's filter definitely has to be included. Swallow we normally get anyway, because it's vitality regeneration. Lapwing is terrible, but Tawny Owl we normally get as well, because it's vigor regeneration. I probably should make a few more of these, but bottoms up. After all, we have to fight Traut soon. Because, well, we know he's an arrogant prick, so he's probably not just going to do whatever we say. There we go. Okay, so let's talk to Windy.
What do you desire, my hero?
So sarcastic. Reminds me of Lydia from Skyrim. Anyway, let's say our line.
I want your smile to part the gates of paradise.
Come with me.
All right. What the fuck is she doing? Freaking the fuck out. Anyway, there's a trapdoor back here, and she'll open it up for us. And now we can drop down. Obviously, we're not going to be leaving this way. Geralt's pretty strong, but he's not that great at jumping for some reason.
Vincent Traut, you're a little elusive.
Here alone. Not wise, Witcher.
We'll see about that.
I'm wearing Selkirk's armor, you know. Pretty much renders me invincible in a duel.
Give me the chainmail and I'll forget everything. Whistling Wendy, your plot. I know about the coins.
You're Deathmole's hound. I don't trust you.
You don't need to. I just need the chainmail. Not interested in anything else.
I'm to remove it?
And hand it over.
Then you'll be on your way.
And all will be well.
Doesn't sound like my kind of story. How's this instead? I'll kill you, take your swords and gold, and the gods will rain good fortune upon me for ridding them of a filthy mutant. Die.
What a dick.
Hey! Kill him!
I also don't like how they pretty much immediately hit me with their sword. I need to kill these guys real quick, though. There's basically 6 guys here, and I don't want to deal with all of them. Let's see. Let's get some Igni. Where is my... I'm out of bombs. Oh, I have some grape shots. Excellent. I just want a grape shot here. Oh, that's a little too close. Yeah, I guess basically if you're too close to them when you grape shot them, it doesn't really work. Still, an incineration from Igni helps out a bunch. This should be a good spot. There we go. I don't know what the other sound is. It sounds like a bunch of monsters are around, but I don't actually see them. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, that's enough grape shot. Let's use some nice daggers. I think this should... That didn't quite kill him, but... That one should kill him. A little fireball to this guy should kill him. And one more for this guy. There we go. Now we just need to kill Traut. I mean, he's tougher than the other guys at least, but he's still flammable, so it makes things a lot easier. Let's see. I don't know whether headshots actually do extra damage, but I like doing it. Makes me feel more skillful anyway. That or I play too many shooting games. Either way, there goes Traut. Alright, we'll look around. And we also leveled up, so... I'm thinking about putting another point into Sense of Magic, because it increases our adrenaline generation through signs by 50%. And, you know, I want to show off the ability, but it's not going up fast enough for my taste. So I think that'll help. Anyway, let's search the room real quick. So there's Selkirk's armor, which is awesome. And there's a certain little letter that's kind of interesting here.
Dandelion.
Yeah, Dandelion wrote something kind of special. Hog called Henselt. He basically wrote some propaganda calling Henselt a pig. It's probably not a very wise thing for him to do when he's at the camp. Plus, he had the audacity to quote Geralt. Anyway, let me check up on the rest of this crap. You hear that noise, right? I have no idea where that's coming from. My best bet, it might be the necrophages outside, because after all, you know, we have the contract to kill them. I think we're right under them, but I'm actually not sure. Anyway, we're done here, so let's get out. This is also why we needed the key, because otherwise we can't get out. That's a weird load screen, but whatever. Here we are again. But before we go back to Deathmold and tell him the good news, I want to go take care of that Necker contract. There should be... Actually, I should switch to the Necker contract. Not Necker, sorry. Rot Fiend, or also known as necrophages. Basically, for this contract, we need to sort of run around and burn 9 corpses because that's where necrophages come from. They're just dead bodies. So we burn the dead bodies. That should help us alleviate the problem. However, of course, there's still necrophages around already, so we need to kill them as well. So there's one of them. There's also a group of soldiers nearby.
How many more will turn out?
Now, the biggest problem with rot fiends is they fucking blow up and poison you at the end. So back off. It's usually for the best. These guys don't really need help, but Shit, might as well get on it. It's good EXP. Oh shit, he's gonna blow. Yeah, see, they're all green because they're poisoned. Oh shit, what? I've never seen that big one before. Wow. Oh man, he just killed that guy. Yeah, I've never seen this thing before in my playthroughs. Maybe they killed him before I come here normally? Yeah, they shouldn't just stand around like that. They're all gonna get poisoned. Whatever. That should do it. Now, there are a bunch of necrophage body parts around, and in the lore, I don't know if it's a good idea that we're taking them, but we can, so I guess I will. Plus, I mean, worst case scenario, I guess we could... Oh, there's another one. Really like the silver sword. Really awesome. We also have another monster nearby that I will probably kill. It's a troll. Now, I think there is an achievement in this game where you spare all the trolls' lives, but I don't think this aggressive troll counts. It's not like the drunk troll in Flotsam where you clearly made a choice to kill it or spare it. So if you're going for that achievement, I think this is the troll that you should kill, so you at least get some troll trophies. But I don't really care for achievements, so whatever. Anyway, this is the first corpse. We're gonna burn it. Here we go. And that should help with the whole necrophage problem. There should be another body right up here. And there should be a troll right over here. We're nearby, so we might as well kill him. Plus, I still have my potions going. This is just a randomly aggro troll. He immediately attacks you, so whatever. We're just gonna kill him and take his body parts.
Come on!
He can block, and he will charge, but overall, it's not too bad. Okay, now let's get some of his body parts. Assuming it lets me. Come on. There we go. We got more troll tongue, which is nice, but the troll trophy is really what I want. We don't really need the Karen trophy anymore. It gives us 3 armor, which is okay, and 50 vitality, but I'm not actually that concerned. Our armor gives us like 60 vitality. So let's get that trophy on. We're going to do +9 damage from that trophy. I also really want to show off the adrenaline ability. I mean, I think putting another point into Sense of Magic has helped. Our adrenaline is filling up a little faster now, but we still have a ways to go. And look, another necrophage. Oh, they killed another one. I'm actually not sure if it's the necrophages that are strong or the soldiers that are weak. Of course, them standing so close by to their explosions are part of the problem. Anyway, we burned 2 bodies. There should be a third one around here somewhere. There it is. Burn it. Come on. There we go. So that's 3 corpses now. Now there's another group of 3 corpses further off from the brothel camp. I've actually seen it before in the distance. I just never went there. But I don't think... Oh, they're all scared because I have my sword out. Whiny bastards. See the wagon over there? That's where they are. I just never went there. I don't think in this case we could actually save anyone. It's just a bunch of necrophages and some dead bodies. Pretty sure anyway. So in this case, we just need to kill everyone and not worry about it too much. Probably should spam my Igni a little more. Get that adrenaline bar filled. And that should do it. Now, let's just burn these bodies. And there should be a third one. Ah, there it is. There. Now, let's get some of this necrophage parts. I'm not really sure if I absolutely need them for anything, but we might as well get them. Worst case scenario, we sell it. Anyway, that should be all of it. Pretty sure anyway. Now, for the last group of Neckers, they're actually in this path over here. It's a actually really busy place. It's also how you get to the Visionary, which is something I want to do. So we're going to head over there. I mean, eventually we'll go back and talk to Dandelion about his propaganda and talk to Death Mold. But we got time. Let's keep exploring.
For Sabrina, who died on the fire! Help us!
Yeah, by the way, these are pilgrims of sorts. They're all trying to meet the Visionary. Oh, shit. So necrophage explosions can actually hurt other necrophages.
Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rot fiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the Visionary, bearing gifts and all. But I'll be damned if I'll take one more step that way. Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you? If you are, give him this coin for us. Do what you will.
So, we can go visit the visionaries. But first, I want to set these bodies on fire. Now, the visionary, I hope you sort of remember, this was the guy that led those two idiots to Sabrina's execution site and just left them there in the middle of fucking night. Now, yeah, sure. He did keep him safe, I guess, with his candle somehow, but other than that, they were kind of fucked. So, if Geralt didn't show up, they would just probably be dead. Anyway, anything else here? No, I think that's it. So, let's go see the visionary. Oh, also, before I got interrupted, so necrophage explosions can actually trigger other necrophages to explode. So they can cause a chain reaction, which can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Anyway, we're gonna head to this hut. Oh, look, harpies.
Over here, inside the candles.
Now this place is actually kind of special because there's a really high respawn rate for harpies.
Quick, you'll be safe here.
Really, they're not that hard to kill. So this spot is really useful if you want to farm EXP, gold, fill up your adrenaline bar. Only real problem right now is that guy won't shut up, so I probably should go talk to him for a bit. But this respawn rate will pretty much stay the same, so you can stay here and sort of keep farming if you wanted to.
Inside the candles.
Anyway, that should do it. What do you want? Sorry, I just want to talk to you. Can I talk? Hello? It's weird.
We're safe here. I awaited them. They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries. Guess they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
Well, they're not dead, but there's no reason to give up the coin.
Rot fiends attacked them, but they managed to escape with their lives. Weren't up for any more adventure, though, and went back to camp.
You listen. I know those soldiers. And I know they do all kinds of nasty things. But not one of them would dare cheat me. What do you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them.
Yeah, we'll join the faith. It's no big deal. I mean, we could pay him, but that's less fun.
I've heard a lot of good things about you. All right, I'll become a follower.
Wonderful. Listen then, for I'll not say this twice. If your intentions are pure, you will do as I ask. Each convert must pass a test. You will spend the night at the old chapel near Sabrina's pupils.
Where?
Twin lakes I have named in our honor.
Is that all?
Before you kneel to meditate, you will drink the mixture I shall give you. You must then remember all that occurs. That's very important, as you'll need to recount it to me fully.
All right, I'll come back once I'm done.
All right, cool. We can do that. Anyway. Should be more harpies coming probably, but I'll take these parts for now. Could be useful, you know. I think the harpy feathers actually sell pretty well. And since this is an infinite respawn, you can really get as many as you need. See, here they are again. I mean, technically all the monsters will infinitely respawn, but the rate here is just far higher than the other areas.
Come on!
Oh, look at that. Our adrenaline bar is almost full. Oh boy. Maybe a little more. I really wanted to get it filled, because I kind of really want to show it off this episode. All right. Man, these guys carry a lot of stuff. A lot of leather. They're really kind of disturbing looking, though. Like, they look like flying corpses to me. Not like a lady with just bird parts.
Medallion's telling me something.
I don't know why he says that, because when I use the medallion, there's nothing here, so I don't know. Let's keep on going. There are some monsters in this area, some Indrigas. They're not too bad, though. Ah, there we go. Our bar is filled. We're not going to use it on these guys, though. They're not that challenging. Instead, there's somebody else nearby that I'd rather use it on. Are we poisoned? No, we're not. It's no problem, then. Excellent. These guys are dead. Let's see. See if they have anything good. Probably not, though. Oh, there's another one. There we go. Now, I do think the adrenaline bar decreases over time a little bit. I'm not really sure of the rate, though, but I know it goes down. Like, if you currently look at it, the X has disappeared because I don't have enough adrenaline to use the skill anymore. Plus, the first time I leveled it, I went on a long adventure where I got some adrenaline, but a lot of it was non-combat, and it did decrease slowly. Anyway, where I want to show off the adrenaline is actually over here to the side. It's kind of a weird route, but there's some people here that we need to meet. Actually, we met something similar to them in Flotsam. These guys are a lot more prepared than, well, the bounty hunters in Flotsam, though. Ah, here they are.
Been observing you for a while now.
And?
Just wondering if I can bring you in alive. And get a higher reward, you know.
Well, you can't.
Damn shame, I'd say.
Alright, so a little fire, we can press X. So this is what the special ability Heliotrop does. It freezes all the enemy in an area, but Geralt's speed doesn't decrease at all. So you can really flank, stab the fuck out of people, throw more fire. I mean, the fire's not that big of a deal. It's kind of weird that the whole magic thing basically allows you to stab the fuck out of people, which is why I think this with swordsmanship works out really well. Anyway, these guys are dead, so let's just loot their corpses real quick. They have a lot of, like, wire and stuff. I guess they wanted to tie you up. They also have an arrest warrant. We already saw this, though. This is the same warrant we saw in Flotsam. Those guys weren't nearly as well prepared, though. Anyway, we'll probably save these adrenaline abilities in the future for bigger monsters. It wasn't really necessary to use against them, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, let's keep on going toward the shrine. Though before we get there, there should be another huge monster. Yeah, there we go. We saw one of these last chapter. It's called the Arcana or whatever. It's basically the monster we fought in the clearing when we were with Zoltan. It's supposed to be a trap or whatever, but we won. Though that time I fought him, I took an anti-poison potion beforehand. This one doesn't seem to spray me with poison though, so I'm not too bothered by it. Still kind of hurts though, so we need to be careful. There we go. That should do it. Maybe 2-3 stabs. A little more. There we go. Also, if you're in this area, you got to loot this body. This thing has an awesome sword. Though it's still not as good as the one we would have gotten if we betrayed Maverick. Either way, it's still pretty good. This Arbiter has the same number of upgrade slots as our Jagged Blade, but look at the damage. Jagged Blade was only 20 to 26. Arbiter's already 28 to 33 without any upgrades. In fact, I'm going to put the same runes as we had on our Jagged Blade. I'm pretty sure we can get more of these if we need to anyway. So I'm not too concerned about wasting these. I mean, there's no point of having all these runes if we never use them. Ah, it's pretty sweet. Anyway, so the original thing was we need to do the shrine bit, but we have to do it at the right time. This is not the right time. So, this is the wrong button. Let's meditate. Midnight should do. Actually, first though, we probably... I don't know. Can you drink a potion and then wait till midnight? Does the potion go away? I'm not sure. Let's meditate to midnight first. Then we'll drink the potion. Visionary potion. Actually, not sure what happens if you drink the potion at the wrong time. Does it screw you over? Never tried. Probably should have looked into that. Anyway, let's do the ritual. Should be the right time. There we go. Yeah, you have to hit press meditate to actually trigger the vision.
I'm too old for this.
And, well, there's a giant chicken. Because, yeah. And there are these things, which you've seen before in Flotsam. They were a lot smaller, though, and they were in one of the rooms for the brothel. So, yeah. I think you remember what these are. Now, the game will say these are something else, but I'm pretty sure this is the same asset as a polished wooden dildo. So, yeah. Hell of a vision. So I'm pretty sure he's hungover by now. Ha, hung.
Don't know that anybody needs to know about that one.
Yeah. But before we go, we need to get these notes. It's not absolutely necessary, but I think they're they sort of tell you who the visionary is. Anyway, we're heading back to the visionary. So, see you there. Alright, here we are at the visionary's house. More harpies came, but I'm not overly concerned. Before we talk to him, though, I want to pick up some of his notes that he has lying around. Assuming it lets me, because I think it might think I'm in combat. There we go. Let's look through his notes, starting with part 1. So from part 1, we learned that he used to be a soldier. He was very unsavory. He was into gambling, alcohol, lies, evil profanity, took lives, all that stuff. But he changed his ways when he saw the goddess-like Miss Sabrina Glesevig, and how she was trying to lead all the soldiers to righteousness, you know, before she fucking burned all of them to death. There might be a little bit of retconning in here. Anyway, on to 2. And he was part of the company that nailed her to the wheel, started the fire and all that stuff. But he started talking about how he trembled and it was all really magnificent, yada, yada, yada. Then he stabbed her in the heart because holiness or whatever. Anyway, part 3. So, of course, Hensel was pissed because it ruined his little spectacle, and he got thrown out of the camp and all that good stuff. But then he found he had a new calling while he was drunk, and that he will lead the faith and all that good stuff. So clearly, this guy is Johann. So, let's talk to him and see what he's got to say.
Huh? What other matters?
So, let's talk about our night there.
I did what you asked.
Tell me what you saw.
Well, we can say a lot of cool stuff, but let's tell him the truth.
You may think I'm as mad as you are, but in my vision I walked through a forest where the trees were huge mushrooms and a giant chicken walked between them, pecking at the underbrush.
You have no idea how happy I am. I've been having this vision of a giant hen among mammoth mushrooms for weeks. I thought I'd lost it, gone insane. Turns out my herbs must have gone off. I need to gather new ones. But that's my concern. Ask me what you will.
You must know a lot about Sabrina Glevesig's death.
Sabrina the Martyr left the world of the living to protect us all.
Uh-huh. Now, I still think he's crazy, but I'm pretty sure those were not mushrooms. I still say those were dildos. Anyway.
Did you hear about the curse Sabrina cast on the king?
Of course. A well-deserved punishment, a ghostly spell from her crimson lips. The king concocted a cruel fate for the sorceress, humiliated her, made her suffer the flames. Bound to a wheel and placed on the stake, she suffered in a way unimaginable to ordinary humans. But when the flame reached her maiden waist, not a single cry could be heard, only words foretelling King Hensel's imminent demise. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a braid of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales, turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules, prompting a just punishment. Sabrina suffered so badly that a merciful soldier ended her torment, thrusting his spear into her aching heart.
Wow. This motherfucker rewrote the story that now he's the merciful soldier. What a bitch. Because apparently, according to Death Mold anyway, he was the one that fucked up. He had to stab her 5 times to finally kill him. Anyway, about that spear.
Any chance of finding that spear?
It was so long ago, Witcher. But I believe the spear went to another soldier. The bugger sells relics from Our Lady by the Camp Inn.
I know who you mean.
Yep, we definitely met him earlier. Which also means he lied to us, so we probably should go over there and punch him in the face. Anyway, let's ask about the candles.
Why the candles? What's the difference between Sabrina and other mages burned at the stake?
Others were strong in life. Her power bloomed when death wrapped its steely arms around her. She took the soldier who ended her suffering under her kind care. He never had to fear walking alone in the dark again. Have you seen the area? It's full of beasts and monstrosities. Johann, the merciful soldier, has walked in the blaze of our power ever since. No creature born of darkness can get close to him.
Well, I mean, the candles do work, but maybe this candle has some sort of repelling agent or something, you know?
Now, back to some other matters.
Let's see. Who are you?
Who are you?
Our descendants will decide who we were when they see what we've left behind.
That doesn't say a goddamn thing. But let's ask about Johann again.
Is Johann still around?
Johann is dead. He didn't deserve to bask in the glory of the lady.
So Sabrina's mercy has limits.
You don't know what you're talking about, Witcher.
No one knows what you're talking about. Let's ask him who he was then, because I'm pretty sure he's Johann. There's no one else, I think.
Who were you before?
What does it matter? Let the sins of youth fade into oblivion. Look at the candlelight. Feel it, and you'll hear what it has to say to you.
I can't hear a thing.
Then you're not ready. But your time will come. You will then hear and understand. Trust me.
Crazy. And self-delusional. He's really building himself up as well. Actually, that's kind of obvious. He's calling himself the fucking visionary. Clearly, he's trying to salvage his ego from the fuck-up he did earlier. Anyway, let's ask whether he knows anything about the ghosts. Though probably not.
The valley's been engulfed by a battle of specters. Know anything about it?
It's a place of horror. You can still hear the sound of steel and the cries of the dying. If you want to soothe their pain, you have to believe that Sabrina is watching over you benevolently.
I won't achieve anything without some memory tokens. Magically active conduits left by those who fell in battle. They're supposed to symbolize faith, courage, hatred, and death.
Faith. I don't know what those soldiers believed, but their faith didn't help them. They were deceived. Courage, hatred, and death. There was too much of all of them, especially death.
But I remember a knight who, ignoring the danger, led a handful of soldiers against overwhelming enemy forces. Seltkirk of Gullet, Demavend's champion. When Vandergrift's cohort cut him off from the rest of the army, he attacked the visitor fearlessly. If you're looking for a symbol of courage, find Seltkirk's armor.
Yeah, so that's basically why we wanted Selkirk's armor. We weren't actually lying when we told Traut that we just needed the armor, we weren't going to do anything to him. But fuck it, Traut attacked, so we killed him. Whatever. Anyway, let's finally ask about those candles.
Why do you need so many candles? Why not build a campfire?
This is Sabrina's flame. Its light protects us and guides us soldiers every step.
Did you rob a convoy of wax sellers?
I make the candles myself. I give them to anyone looking for protection within the flame of courage.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Maybe there's something in the candles that make it work, but I'm pretty sure it's not Sabrina.
So long.
Either way, we're done with this guy, so let's leave. Now, we could farm more harpies, but this is pretty much the end of this episode. Next episode, we'll do more work towards lifting the curse. But until then, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.